The MLB draft program just dropped at MLB The Show 25, and here's everything you need to know about how to get Ethan Holliday and the fastest way to get Ethan Holliday in this new program. With that being said, let's first go over the Ethan Holliday himself, and if you enjoy this style of content, make sure to like and make sure to subscribe down below. It's the best way to support the channel with videos coming like this almost every single day. First, let's go over his stats. He obviously looks from the stat perspective like an amazing card. He is 6'4". He does have great defense, great speed, obviously crazy pop against righties. That's going to be my biggest knock for him is he's a lefty batter. And with that being said, the meta right now is full left. So many lefty pitchers are in the game right now. You're going to see Chris Sale. You're going to see Garrett Crochet. You're going to see Al Leiter. You're going to see Clayton Kershaw. You're going to see mainly lefty pitchers outside of the few Roger Clemens and like the Zach Wheelers of the world. Almost everyone is going to be lefty. Even Max Fried is getting a little bit of run. Almost every pitcher you're going to face is going to be lefty unless some player is running some whack pitching rotation that's just not one of the better ones. Ethan still does rake the ball. The only other problem, I have two problems. One, he's a lefty batter, and one, he's no cork. So he's not really going to play above his stats. If you're wondering why some cards just feel better, have just more pop, that's because they have dead red. That's because they have breaking ball hitter. That's because they have bad ball hitter. That's because they have these corks in their game, which again, he is 0, that make him feel like a better card, and he doesn't have that, sadly. So he's going to play pretty much straight to his stats, and his ceiling is kind of capped in that regard. But again, he should have the Jackson Holliday swing, which is a pretty solid swing, and again, he's 6'4", great defense, good pop all around. Now the question is he worth it? Let's dive straight into that. First, there's a few good cards in this program. By a few good cards, I mean, there's like 1 or 2 good cards, and then there's a lot that you can work with. Eli is going to be the best card, I think, by far. In my opinion, I think he's probably the best card in this entire program. If you want to just get him, I wouldn't blame you. He's the switch hitting. He's the literal Willie Castro 2.0. So he's Willie Castro, just with better fielding and better speed. That's what he is. He's going to have 125 right, 125 clutch. He's going to have 115 left. He's going to have 90 power right, 85 power left, which is, again, more than enough to get it done. He doesn't have any corks, but his swing is pretty decent. I've used it already a little bit in some games. I've used him in 4 ABs, so 2 games, and it seems to be pretty decent, but again, you can only tell so much by that. There's no pitchers that I would use out of this promo. There's none at all. There's a few shortstops that you can like work with out of the promo. None are like really game breaking like JoJo's are, but again, he's another lefty. Billy's a righty, but he stinks. This would probably be one of the only other shortstops I would use. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. I promise you I'll mess it up. He looks like they have decent stats and great hitting stats, and he's pretty good fielding with a good arm. He's a little bit slow, but he's 6'5", which could be really interesting to see how he gets the dive animations. But again, no corks, so we'll see how he play. And he can play second base, but again, a good righty bat there. Again, you want to aim for the righty bats in this program because those are going to be the ones that mainly get the play. The Steele Hall also has 99 speed, which could be a little bit fun to use. But for the most part, you're going to get a ton of dupes, a ton of secondary positions, a ton of second basemen, shortstops. You're going to get a ton of center fielders and starting pitchers, a ton of guys you just won't use. So that's the other thing with this program is you're really only going to get like 2 to 3 purely usable guys outside of theme teams. Now, how to really get the Eli the fastest and cheapest way, because again, we want to do it the cheapest way, is by doing the draft program. You're going to get 12 cards for doing this program, 9 main cards, and then you're going to get a draft choice pack of 3 cards. This is going to save you a ton of stubs, because as of right now, if you were to just do the draft program with no help of any of the stuff they give you for free, it would cost you around 200 to 300K or 280 to 300K, where when you do everything, it's going to drop that down to about 180 to 150, depending on how much you need to spend. With that being said, the moments are going to be the easiest way to knock this out. You have 6 moments to get you 24 stars. You also have the conquest, which we're going to go over, which will get you 20 stars, so you'll be at 40. And then you just have some missions where all you got to do is stack your draft lineups. Literally just stack it as you're drafted. So get as many of these guys as possible. Do the conquest, get the 3 guys from there, put them all on a team, and then you're going to play for a CPU game versus the White Sox and just rake home runs, or against the Rockies and just rake home runs on rookie mode and get all of these stats completed, as it should not take long to hit 3 home runs, 7 extra base hits, and 15 hits against a bad team like that. Plus, you get a ton of player XP along the way. And you can also do stat missions with that being said, because most of your guys you're going to get are shortstops, so you can easily steal bases and easily get some extra base hits. With that being said, we also, again, like I said before, have the conquest. The conquest will get you 3 more players along with another choice pack. So this will have you guys at 15 players. You'll have 15 players, or even more than that. You'll have about 18 players for the absolute freaks. You'll get a three player choice pack here. Now, again, this is if you get no dupes. If you get dupes, obviously that stinks, but you shouldn't get dupes because they are choice packs. You get 3 players here along the way, 95 overalls that should be able to help you out as well. This conquest should take no time at all. It is literally just playing 5 strongholds that are very easy to do on a tiny conquest map. So again, this is also repeatable. So if you want to do the conquest 10 times over again, you could easily finish this program for very, very cheap. Now, again, I said this before, despite it being very cheap to do, despite it being very easy to do, I still don't know if it's fully worth it to do the collection. But if you're able to get this collection done for less than 100K and you get really good pulls, and you get very lucky, then I would 100% just say, screw it, go try them out. But for the most part, for most people that only do this once, that aren't going to continuously grind conquests, that aren't going to continuously do everything they need to make it under 100K, I don't think Ethan Holliday is going to be worth the over 100K mark unless you're a big Rockies fan or a big Holliday family fan. I think there's just better shortstops out there right now, and using a lefty bat right now, really, I just can't get behind. Now, again, that could be personal preference. If you guys are raking with lefties, take it with a grain of salt. But for the most part, all I play is lefties from a pitcher standpoint, so I'd rather not have a lefty shortstop in my lineup. Again, great card all around. There's a lot of fun cards you can use in here, and a theme team up got a ton of upgrades, so make sure to go get those guys for your theme teams. With that being said, if you enjoy this style of content, that's the best way to get them, is by repeating conquest, doing your program. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe. Let me know if there's a card in here that you think is going to be cracked that I missed out on, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.